Trapped in a bubble, I'm having trouble getting it. It's so unfair, you were there. 'Cause I just wanna hold you tight, watch the clouds go by. When I see my friends again, I'll be okay.
What's up, YouTube? Man, this day is nice. This is probably the nicest day so far this entire season, hands down. It's a sweet, like 80 degrees. You get a nice little cool, crisp breeze coming through. It's just perfect. Can't complain. And look who joined the party. Our first dahlia has set bloom. Isn't she gorgeous? Gosh, I love flowers. All right, so this episode is going to be me showing you how I harvest my worm castings from my Worm Factory 360, and then how I then take that worm castings and I multiply the microorganisms and make them into a worm cast tea. I hope you enjoy. It's harvesting time, y'all. And what you're supposed to do, right, is you take the bottom tray, right, this bottom tray, and then you put it on top, right? So down here is a whole bunch of black gold, literally black gold. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna scrape out as much of this as possible, because even though the springtails are present, this is still good stuff. And then the tray that was second from the bottom now becomes the bottom tray, and worms don't like light. With this system, I don't necessarily have to bait one side of the tray. Like if you were using a container, you would have to specifically bait one side of the container to get the worms to move over. But with this system, the idea is you don't have to bait, because all you do is open the top and expose them to the elements of which they do not like, they're not fans of, and then worms do what worms do and move down to the next cell. That's how that works. What's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, so we have our beautiful worm castings. Now, I did my best. I'll go ahead and bring it up top for you. Yeah, you see that? That black gold, baby? Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna brew up some tea. We're gonna do a DIY style. Now there's some supplies, I'm gonna go through the supplies. You don't need everything, and I'll let you know what you don't need along the way. So you're gonna need a bucket. You're gonna need cheesecloth. If you can't catch rainwater, because the rain never showed up for me, you're gonna want something that you can make tap water safe. I got me an air pump. Now this air pump is good for 30 to 60 gallons. Now we're only doing 5 gallons here, but I intend on expanding. So what I did was get a little bit more than what I actually needed at the moment. I got 2 different sizes of air stones. You don't necessarily need these. I just wanted to try them with them. I got 2 different sizes because I couldn't tell which one I wanted to use in the store, and they're like $2 to $3 a piece. So to me, it was worth it. Then you're gonna need some zip ties, so you can go ahead and make a sack with this cheesecloth. You're gonna need your airline tubing for your pump. And then lastly, I went ahead and bought some galvanized steel wire. It's 16 gauge. I'm going to be using this for more than just this project, but since, I'll show you how I use this. You can improvise and use it your own way. So right now, I need to get some water in this bucket. Let me go do that. I'll be right back. I'm going to treat for 5 gallons. And what's really cool about this particular brand is it's got a measuring cup right there in the top. And then I'm gonna pour that in there. Let's get our tubing prepped. Bow. All right, so we'll cut once there. So the whole point in this air, making sure that the air is being circulated, is literally to keep everything alive. You want to make sure your water can support life. And since we're gonna let this brew for 12 to 24 hours, probably closer to 24 hours, what I want to do is make sure that I'm having a constant flow of air in there to keep those microorganisms as alive as long as possible. Because as soon as the water goes anaerobic, which takes about roughly 6 hours, then you're losing a lot of those valuable nutrients that you sought out to achieve. I mean, really at this point, guys, like I said, you probably can just go ahead and drop these in and it would work just fine. I'm just taking an extra step. Let's go ahead and hook you up. Right there, I got them both in the bucket. And we're just gonna let those soak for 10 minutes. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna make is my own little S hook. All right, that should be plenty long. Make you a little hook. You can go ahead and drop it there and forget about it for now. So get your cheesecloth. So, do this. 1 cup, 2 cups. I actually think that's plenty, especially with the moisture still in there. I think that's more than enough. So, I'm only doing 3 cups, guys. How about we give these microorganisms some extra food? So I'm winging this. So this is my way. So I'm showing you how to my way. All right. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm not gonna put much. I'm looking to get like maybe yeah, that looks like plenty. Cool. So I didn't measure it. Kick me in the face if you want to, but the idea is let's give all these goodies, right? Let's give these guys something to munch on and hopefully, possibly multiply even more, right? There's my idea there. We're just gonna drop this in. Bow. All right. So, I'm gonna bring you in here. We got the bag down there, a big old compost tea bag. We got water pumping to it. Now, we just need to come back in 24 hours. So we are 24 hours in to our first compost tea brew. We got the goodies. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cup straight out of it and then just pour it at the base of these plants. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put 2 cups over here because these cucumbers are what? Heavy feeders. I'll go ahead and give my peppers some love. Cool. Now we got these plants over here. These are my strawberries. And this is my cucamelon. Go ahead and give you a cup. Everybody gets a cup. Mustard greens. Meyer lemon. Hi, onions. Now I'm gonna put 4 scoops in here. Well, actually I'm gonna put 3 scoops in here because there's 3 plants. All right, and there's 2 plants over here that decided to come up. These are my red potatoes and those are the purple potatoes. Boom. All right, let's go to the back. Zinnias looking good. Dahlias are coming up. I have all the colors of the rainbow here soon. Shout out to the cameraman.
What up, what up?
And what I'm actually gonna do is take the spent castings and I'm gonna add them to this to mound it up again. So my lettuce has been dealing with aphids. Oddly enough, they won't touch the kale. So that's cool. All right, guys, thanks for hanging around to the end of the episode. I really, truly appreciate for those guys who hang out until the end. Much appreciated. We put a lot of work in this, us content creators. You know, it's kind of hard taking a few hours worth of content and like packing it down to like 10 to 15 minutes for you can enjoy. So thanks for hanging out to the end. But that pretty much wraps up this episode, guys. I got another batch brewing up right now. That footage was a couple weeks old that you just saw. But nevertheless, it's still my process, it's still my journey, and I hope that the intent of this channel, which is you leaving here feeling a little bit better than you arrived, met its mark. That's the whole point of turf therapy here, guys. As you know, I use this for therapy for myself, and I hope to pull you into that therapy and make it just as appealing and relaxing and soothing for you. You know, that's the whole intent. So, thanks for checking in for another episode of Turf Therapy, where we are healing lawns and souls. And I'll see you next time for your weekly dose of therapy with Rob.
When we get together next, we'll celebrate.
How you been? Staying in, been forever. Feeling numb, and all I want, be together. Getting choked up,